Good morning, Laura.
Good morning.
Laura, have a little listen to this for a second first.
I will.
Laura, a lot of children these days wouldn't recognise that tune. You know it yourself. It's Money for Nothing, isn't it?
It is indeed.
From Dire Straits, and children getting money for nothing for their communion. It's one of the big stories today. You are with mummypages.ie. A story revealing today that some Irish children, 1 in 10 Irish children, now receive a staggering €1,000 or more for their first Holy Communion. This is a new survey from Ulster Bank. What do you think of those figures, Laura?
It's a huge amount of money for any child to receive in their lifetime, never mind at age 7 or 8 years old when they're making their first Holy Communion. And it would worry me that if parents haven't already had a conversation with those children prior to receiving that amount of money around what they're going to do with it. And they should really use this as a teaching opportunity with their children to teach them the value of money when it comes to spending it, saving it, and perhaps even giving to somebody less fortunate than themselves.
What do you think of the constant, I suppose, struggle that some people have regarding communion being about a certain sacrament that is a religious and social event, and this financial transaction that children are sometimes obsessed with?
They are indeed obsessed with, and I think that now that a lot of the religious education curriculum, in particular the preparation for Holy Communion, has been taken out of the mainstream school day, and so parents are having to get more involved. That is certainly helping children realise the true meaning of making their first Holy Communion and receiving the Holy Sacrament for the first time. However, there will always be peer pressure, and that peer pressure is manifesting itself in the playgrounds and in the classrooms of schools, whereby children are making comparisons as to not only how much money they estimate or did in fact receive for Holy Communion, but also around what they're going to wear and indeed how their family are going to celebrate the day. And so there is a little bit of one-upmanship amongst the boys and girls making their Holy Communion, never mind the idea of keeping up with the Joneses when it comes to the parents.
Is there a certain amount of money that's acceptable that should be enough for your Holy Communion? Because like this idea of children competing with each other, oh, I got €50, I got 20 from them, or I got 600, I got 700, it's ridiculous, isn't it?
It really is ridiculous. And I suppose it's up to parents to communicate, just how significant this sum of money is. In terms of gifting, the average gift being given to a Holy Communion child is €20, €30 if that person is a relative, and €50 if you're a godparent to the child. However, grandparents and godparents are guilty of giving even more than that. And indeed, my own son made his Holy Communion last year, and he collected a sum of almost €500, and that was by having a very small, intimate family gathering. So it's a huge amount of money for any child to have, and indeed, they don't know what to do with it. They have great ideas of the gifts that they plan on buying themselves. However, most of certainly our Mummy Pages mums are encouraging their children to spend a little, save a lot, and give a little. And that's really the best way to deal with this huge amount of money. Some parents are even taking a portion of it to help offset the cost of the day. But the amount of money being spent on the day itself, in terms of the rig-outs that everybody's wearing, including the communion child, the entertainment of bouncy castles and magicians, and the outside caterers or hotels and restaurants that are being frequented, is a massive amount of money. And I think we all need to take a little step back and remember what the day is about. And I think some of the schools and communities are really working hard to do that by having community celebrations and school celebrations back in the school after the Mass, so that there's less pressure on parents to feel the need to put on a huge party at home or in an outside venue.
Laura, thanks so much for joining us. Laura Erskine, Head of Community with mummypages.ie. So for all your information on that, you can go to mummypages.ie and we can talk more about that. Some texts regarding this issue. What's wrong with you? Do you think children look forward to celebrate the birth of Christ on Christmas or Santa Claus? That in from Seamus. On the drugs issue, Mike says, very simple, don't take drugs. Don't destroy your future. It should be put up on posters in school walls. Stop the demand is the only way to stop drugs. They can sell if the customer is taught not to buy. A texter regarding the hurling. Maurice Shanahan was fabulous for Lismore. Absolutely, we have given that a mention. Damien, we have a winner. The winner of the competition. It was by hook or by crook, and the winner is Erica Reid from Dromina in Woodstown. Well done, Erica Reid from Dromina in Woodstown. Another texter regarding the communion. This is going on with donkey's years. I made my communion in the 80s and it was the same then. Give it a rest. People can do whatever they want. You are so right on that.